Hello everyone, welcome back to the tour studio here at Burlington Country Club for our continuing series on how to build a golf swing, or how to improve your golf swing. Today we're going to talk about impact, which I lump into through swing, and I'm going to get into that from both directions. So the first one you're going to see is from down the line, and we're going to talk about impact, how the hands work, how the hips work, okay, and then we'll do a face on and into the through swing. So when we're talking impact, I mean, obviously it's the most important part of golf swing. I mean, you heard me say this more than once in my sessions. The only fundamental that's really important in golf, it's not the things that everyone talks about. It's controlling where the club hits the ground. I refer to it as low point. So impact plays a huge role in that, okay? Now we could certainly say that impact is not something, a position you can force. It has to happen for all these other sequences that we've talked about. But for this session, I'm going to talk to you about what good impact is, okay, from down the line, which is how you're doing, looking at this one. And then we'll do face on, which will give you a little better perspective of what it looks like, okay? And then we'll get into some drills that you can use to produce good impact. It's not something you can just say, I'm going to put my hands ahead, square the face. It's not that simple, okay? So from down the line, impact, okay? Going back to what we talked about a little bit before about the backswing, you know, we're getting our pivot, okay? We're transitioning by bumping our hips forward, and then we're going to keep them bumping forward and work and turn our hips through, okay? That will get us to the golf ball in a pretty good shape. But a couple things I want to talk to you about from this direction, okay? As we come down, one of the big mistakes I see is elbows get too far apart. So I want you to really feel like you squeeze your elbows down into the ball. That's one step of creating better impact. I see a lot of people come down and their right elbow goes like this. It's very difficult to get good impact from there. As a matter of fact, it's basically impossible. So one of the reasons I'm going in a little bit into the movement down that will affect impact is it's the only way you can get impact, is you have to have some of the right positions coming down. So I think, number one, squeeze your elbows together as you come down, okay? Remember, you're going to continue to turn, and continuing to turn and slide your hips forward will allow the grip of the club to get in front of the ball, okay? And that's kind of the first fundamental of good impact. You need forward shaft lean, which is hands in front of the golf ball. So, the other thing I want to talk to you about down from this direction is I want you to watch my left wrist. This is how we're going to square the club face. And someone pointed out to me that I used the wrong terminology in one of my previous videos. So I'm just going to go old-fashioned here because the new terminology and extension and flexion, I think the way they present it is, it's illogical. So I'm just going to say bowed wrist or cupped wrist, okay? So that's cupped, that's bowed, okay? So when you're coming down in your golf swing and you're approaching impact, if you have any cup in your wrist, once again, you cannot really have a good impact. Okay, so I'm going to tell you that when you come down, when you're practicing, it's one of the reasons I have this black circle or oval drawn on my glove, is I want you to feel like that circle or that oval disappears. You see what I've done with my left hand? I'll exaggerate it. I'm cupped, but if I go like this as I come down and make this black oval disappear, here I can see it, here I can't. Now from there, all you have to do is keep pushing and turning. That's it. Okay? That's really two very important factors that will allow you to have good impact. Elbows close, okay? Bow the left wrist. Okay, that's why this black oval is here. I'll show you one more time. Okay, as we come down, we're bumping, and see how I'm making that black oval turn down to the ground. I also refer to it as knuckles down. And then from there, we just turn through. Okay? So that's our session for today. It's impact, but to achieve impact, you have to have a couple of things that you're doing as you're bringing the club into impact. So our next session will be from the face-on position, and you'll have a better perspective, I think, in seeing what impact is. Again, thanks for being here. Let's hope we're playing golf soon.